He was out.
He was out, like, sleeping. And then I looked over and I realized that his head was on the table, his arm started to shake, and I knew at that point that there was an issue. I don't know if it was my news background or what it was, but instinctively I jumped up and I hit my mute switch because I didn't want people at home to see what was happening. And I started screaming for our doctor, Dr. Sampson, who was at ringside. He's there for all of our events. Mike Mansuri, one of our production people at ringside, and they were immediately with Jerry, brought him to the floor. Security jumped over the barricades. About a half dozen men carried him to the side of the arena, put him on a stretcher, and they got him to the back. And thank God for Dr. Sampson and the Montreal EMTs.
He wasn't just commentating. He was actually wrestling that night, too.
He had a match probably, 20 minutes before that.
How old is he?
62 years old.
Is he too old to be doing that?
No, I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. He passed all the physical exams that were needed to participate, number one. Number two, Jerry Lawler, he's been doing this 42 years. He loves it. He's like a kid. It's all he's ever wanted to do. But more importantly than that, he wrestles 100 to 150 times a year.
Oh, man.
Not just for us, but for independent organizations around the world. So, I mean, he wants to do this. He's in the shape to do this. I don't think he wouldn't be in this business if he didn't love it.
How much more of a show did you have to do after this happened?
An hour.
You had to do an hour then by yourself.
What happened was we completed the match that I just continued calling it when Jerry had collapsed and went to commercial break. We made the decision during the break that out of respect for Jerry that we weren't going to do commentary anymore. So the show went on, the matches continued. It was just silent. And then I would give an update at the bottom of every segment before commercials to what we knew about Jerry. It didn't look good for a while, and then the last thing we heard was that he was starting to respond to light and his heart was beating on its own right before we went off the air Monday.
Wow.
All right. Michael Cole from WWE. Thank you very much for giving us.
Thank you.
All right, 20 minutes out before the top of the hour.